In the bustling heart of Abuja stood a grand restaurant called the Golden Plate. Its glass facade sparkled under the bright African sun, reflecting the endless stream of luxury cars that arrived each day. Inside, the city's elite gathered. Men and women dressed in elegant attire, seated on plush chairs, savoring the finest meals and exchanging whispered deals. The air was fragrant with the aroma of gourmet dishes, and the sound of clinking crystal glasses mingled with soft conversation. The owner of this opulent establishment was Mr. William, known to his staff as Sir Will, a man of great wealth and stature. Mr. William always wore pristine suits and polished shoes that shone like mirrors. Each morning as he stepped through the restaurant's doors, the staff rose in unison to greet him. With a slight nod and a soft, "Carry on," he settled into his routine of quietly observing the workings of his restaurant. He was a man who preferred to listen rather than speak, his sharp eyes missing nothing. But beneath the glitz and glamour, there was a world unseen, one of struggle and silent sacrifice. One quiet evening, after the restaurant had emptied and most of the staff had left, Mr. William noticed something unusual. Near his sleek black SUV stood a woman in the restaurant's uniform, a brown and gold outfit that marked her as part of the cleaning crew. Her posture was weary. Her hands were folded nervously, and her eyes remained cast downward. There was something about her presence that caught his attention. Curiosity overcame him. He approached her cautiously and asked, "You work here, don't you?" "Yes, sir," she replied softly. Her voice was barely a whisper. "What's your name?" he inquired. "Emma," she said, barely meeting his gaze. Emma's lips trembled as she spoke. "Sir, I wanted to ask a favor. Could I take some leftover food home with me tonight?" Mr. William was momentarily speechless. The simplicity of her request, the desire for leftover food rather than money or a raise, struck a chord in his heart. He studied her worn shoes and tired eyes, and nodded silently. That night, Mr. William's mind was restless. He couldn't shake the image of Emma standing alone near his car. Unable to resist, he quietly followed her as she left the restaurant. She boarded a crowded yellow bus, the streets outside dimly lit by flickering street lamps. The bus jostled and rattled along uneven roads, finally stopping near a run-down neighborhood. Emma stepped off, clutching 2 small nylon bags tightly. Mr. William watched from a distance as Emma approached an old, broken building with cracked walls and shattered windows. It was far from the luxury of the Golden Plate, but it was home. The door creaked open, and 2 small barefoot girls rushed out, their faces bright with joy, despite the harsh surroundings. They threw themselves into Emma's arms, calling her Mommy. Emma hugged them tightly, her smile warm, but her eyes tired and heavy with unspoken pain. Through the broken window, Mr. William witnessed a quiet scene of love and sacrifice. Emma carefully unpacked the meager food she'd brought, 1 piece of chicken and a small portion of rice, which she divided between her daughters. The children ate quickly, their eyes shining with happiness. Emma did not eat. She simply watched them, her heart full but her stomach empty. Mr. William's chest tightened. Here was a woman who gave everything she had to her children, who worked tirelessly by day and begged for scraps by night, all while hiding her own hunger and exhaustion. His own wealth suddenly felt meaningless in the face of such resilience and love. The next morning, a determined Mr. William called Emma into his office. He looked at her kindly and said, "Emma, I followed you last night. I saw where you live. I saw your daughters. And I want you to know, what you're doing is not unnoticed. You are a strong mother and a hard worker, and I want to help you." Emma's eyes filled with tears. She had never expected kindness like this from a man like Mr. William. The very next day, he offered her a promotion, personal assistant to the CEO, and a salary that could support her family. But that was not all. Mr. William also purchased a small, clean apartment for Emma and her daughters. A place with running water, electricity, and a kitchen where they could prepare meals without worry. For the first time in years, Emma and her daughters had a home that was safe and full of hope. The girls began attending a nearby school, wearing neat uniforms and carrying new books. Their laughter filled the apartment, a sound Mr. William had never heard before from that broken neighborhood. Emma cooked a meal of chicken and rice, the first real meal she'd been able to provide in a long time. The girls ate with joy, savoring each bite, while Emma watched them with a smile and tears glistening in her eyes. One morning, Mr. William called Emma to tell her to take the day off. "Spend the day with your daughters," he said gently. "Cook something sweet. Enjoy your new home. You've earned it." Emma's journey was far from easy, but through kindness, faith, and unwavering determination, she had found a new beginning.